Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records, alleging she claimed 2 different properties were her primary residences when obtaining mortgages in 2021. In the letter addressed to Cook, the president explains, in light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, I do not have such confidence in your integrity. Cook was appointed by former President Biden and has been serving a term that ends in 2038. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Cook in a statement says she will not step down, saying President Trump does not have the authority to remove her. The Federal Reserve is set up to operate independent of the White House. An Army veteran was detained outside of the White House, accused of burning an American flag, not long after President Trump signed executive orders yesterday cracking down on people who desecrate and burn the American flag. The president mandating they face prosecution.
When you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it.
The order instructs the Attorney General to vigorously prosecute people who desecrate the flag. The Supreme Court has already ruled that flag burning is a form of protected speech under the First Amendment. And the House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed Jeffrey Epstein's estate, demanding documents that could shed light on his connections and possible misconduct by prosecutors be made available. Lawmakers are seeking answers. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why there was crime scene tape around an Indianapolis apartment. Nothing on radar. 55 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 73 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Early this morning, a man was injured in a shooting at an apartment in a neighborhood not far from North Sherman Drive and Forest Manor Avenue. Around 2 a.m., a woman called the cops to say that 2 men were breaking into her home. And by the time officers arrived, shots had already been fired. That man inside was hit. He was taken to the hospital. He's recovering. Police say they were called to the same home just last week for a drive-by shooting. A group of Indiana Republicans is headed to the White House today. They received the invitation a few weeks ago, just before Vice President J.D. Vance visited the State House to meet with Governor Braun and other Republican leaders. The trip may be connected to redistricting. The fight to cure cancer never seems to end. John Herrick reports on what Hoosier lawmakers are saying about it.
It creates the Pediatric Cancer Research and Treatment Grant Program, as well as the Breast Cancer Research Fund.
This new law ensures that we remain focused on improving health outcomes for cancer patients in our communities all throughout our state. I'm grateful for the strong bipartisan support and thrilled to have led this effort.
O'Brien and his colleagues all say this law will encourage research to continue and promote innovative treatment that can help cancer victims in both Indiana and beyond. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The college football season is days away from kicking off, and 20th-ranked IU hosts Old Dominion. And head coach Curt Cignetti said you cannot afford to overlook these guys.
They're going to spread you out, big wide splits, force you to defend the whole field and the advanced throws and get the run game going. They've always been high in the conference in rushing.
Last year, Old Dominion was tough. They lost every game but won by just one score. Saturday's game kicks off at 2:30 at Memorial Stadium in Bloomington. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
As an IT professional, you have the opportunity to guarantee your data security, participate in 100% landfill-free disposal, and have peace of mind with R2 V3 certifications. Technology Recyclers provides guaranteed complete data destruction, 100% landfill-free disposal, and the certification to back it up. Protect your data while saving the planet. Receive a free pickup of your e-waste from Technology Recyclers. Visit tech-recyclers.com. That's tech-recyclers.com.
Quality Supply and Tool is the place for pros, whether you are one during the week or you just want to work like one on weekends. And right now at all 4 Quality Supply and Tool locations, Indianapolis, Jeffersonville, Bloomington, and West Lafayette, save on DeWalt 20-volt max kits like the hammer drill and impact driver with FlexFold Advantage. The combo kit is only $299. That's $100 savings. And buy DeWalt's Tough System 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 modular workstation and get 2 2-drawer units free. Prices are good through September 26th or while supplies last. Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
A little bit of a slowdown on northbound 65 coming up from Raymond Street into the South Split. It is a construction zone until the end of next year. Westbound 70 just fine right now as you make your way onto the airport from downtown, maybe doing some ride sharing from the, Conrad, Omni, wherever you might be going. West Street, Meridian Street, good to get on westbound 70 and everything is pretty smooth on out to the airport. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples Easy button is back with even more easy? Press it for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. You missed it, man. You missed Saturday night. Where were you? People were standing in line. Where's Marcus?
Nobody said
that. Everybody might have thought it.
He's so nice. How was the event, though?
Crushing. 200 plus people having a spectacular time. Nick Searcy was fantastic. Matt Bear made an appearance, man.
Whoa.
Matt was there, dressed in pink, looking swole. Ladies swooned. 4 women on the left side of the room got pregnant. True story.
Just like that.
They saw Matt, boom, instant babies.
I truly got pregnant. It was true.
Right. Matt also got pregnant. We had the re-release of Matt Bear's morning coffee. It used to be the breakfast blend. Now it's just called the morning coffee.
Okay.
And we'll tell you how to get your hands on some in the next few days. So we've got that going. It was incredible. Incredible.
Good deal.
Now
glad
tell us
the weather
about the
held
weather.
out too. All right, you got it. Hey, little crisp here this morning. Temperatures are into the low 50s, and now we're going to bounce back to the mid-70s later this afternoon. Really should be a beautiful day. Maybe a little breezy at times, not too bad, and we're mostly sunny. Clear and, again, crisp, if not chilly in some spots overnight tonight, down to a low of 50. Outlying areas probably slip into the upper 40s. Wednesday, again, good. Mostly sunny, 74. Thursday, partly cloudy, maybe a spotty shower late, 76. Friday, sunny, 75, and then the holiday weekend, all 3 days, sunshine and highs into the upper 70s.
Good, because that is good. That is good. Smoking a brisket weather.
Oh, absolutely.
That is good. Grilling a tomahawk weather. And both those things are happening this weekend.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect.
Yes, that is correct.
I'll be waiting for my invitation.
All right. Well, you didn't show up to the last one.
That's true. I'm sorry. Did sound like a good time, though.
Incredible time. I only hope you'll come to the next one. If there's
might have to stay away from Matt Bear, though.
Oh yeah, I'll stay away from Matt Bear. Unless you want to be with child. That's correct.
That's right.
That's correct. That's Marcus Bailey right there. Wish TV meteorologist and his future bambino. 52 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
It requires an act of Congress to rename the Defense Department to the Department of War.
We're just going to do it. I'm sure Congress will go along if we need that. I don't think we even need that, but if we need that, I'm sure Congress will go along. You know, that was the name when we won World War I, we won World War II, we won everything, and just to me seems like just a much more appropriate. The other is defense is too defensive. And we want to be defensive, but we want to be offensive, too, if we have to be. So it just sounded to me better.
Department of War. You can go back to, what is that? Is it 1798? Was that the creation of the Department of War? No, 1789. Take that, reverse it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Thank you, Craig, for taking the helm yesterday. That's when the Department of War, the War Department, was established. Oversee the operation and maintenance of the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. It was 1790 that the Revenue Cutter Service came into place, which became the pre-runner to the Coast Guard. Now, I don't think I care what it is called, but very often words have meaning. And when I say very often, I mean all the time, and it denotes an attitude. Department of Defense is about waiting to get hit. Department of War is about don't mess with us. It is attitudinal. It is about an approach. I do not mind the more focused and aggressive approach. I would prefer 340 naval ships traversing the seas. I would prefer the Houthi rebels all dead so you can have easy navigation of the Red Sea. I would prefer not getting involved in how China is maneuvering specifically in the Philippine Sea, because I'm not interested in that war just yet, but I'm interested in them knowing about the level of firepower that we have anytime we want it, anywhere we want it, including on their doorstep. And if Russia wakes up to the Barents Sea having a good 30 or 40 nuclear submarines, I'm cool with that too. I don't know how many nuclear submarines we have right now in operation. I'm just saying in terms of a visual. That's what I favor. And if you say to me, well, Tony, that makes you a warmonger, I would say to those people, my gosh, you're pretty, and you are going to make excellent Chinese slaves. One must present the strength. It is the difference maker. And if we have it, the world's a better place. We've proven it for centuries now, or at least a century now. I think we should keep it up. Because if we allow Russia, China, Iran, name it, to have the power, life's not good. Can't be good. How much more do you need to see? Name of the Department of War. It's fine. But better, give me 340 naval ships, please. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. New housing development at Purdue and Northwest Indiana at 632. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Shop incredible end-of-summer savings at the Scandinavian Designs Labor Day sale. For a limited time, take up to 70% off select modern furniture and decor for every room in your home, including living room, bedroom, dining room, and more. This is the perfect opportunity to get your space prepped for the party season ahead. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple, you make it home.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
South side, northbound 65 slows. Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. Good morning, Lebanon. Southbound 65. Stop and go traffic right now. Well after State Road 47. It's on the approach to US 52. Okay, this is going to be northbound 65, excuse me. After State Road 32 to US 52, we have a slowdown at that 52 interchange going north. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
52 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
So I've hit the wrong button. See what happens when I take a day off? I can't even get bumper music going. It's nutty. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. This idea of the National Guard in Chicago. And, Governor Pritzker is very angry about it, very upset with it. Who does Donald Trump think he is? We don't want him. We don't need him.
We sometimes disagree on how to effectively solve the many challenges that our state and our city face on a daily basis. But today we are standing here united, in public, in front of the cameras, unafraid to tell the president that his proposed actions will make our jobs harder and the lives of our residents worse. Earlier today in the Oval Office, Donald Trump looked at the assembled cameras and asked for me personally to say, Mr. President, can you do us the honor of protecting our city? Instead, I say, Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
Okay. Let Chicago suffer. The state of Illinois is ready to stand against this military deployment with every peaceful tool we have. Trump wants to deploy the National Guard into Chicago. So first, let's at least remember that Chicago is not D.C. The rules are different. D.C. exists at the creation of Congress. It is controlled, and there's no question, by Congress, and the home rule conversation does not eliminate the opportunities or the ability of the president to be able to make things happen, to engage actions within the District of Columbia. There is nobody questioning whether or not the president has this authority. It is certainly a different conversation if we are discussing blue cities, horribly run blue cities with overly aggressive socialist mayors, or Joe Hogsett, who, of course, doesn't actually have any point of view and has no ability to actually run a city. We're through the looking glass. Joe Hogsett's terrible, and the so-called civic leaders of Indianapolis should be damn well embarrassed that they say nothing about it. Your city is poorly run, and you don't care. Your names are high up on the building, and you have no thoughts. Mike Pence and RFRA, you had thoughts. Your city is dying, and you have no thoughts. Maybe you'll have thoughts about the state, because I don't think that's going in a great direction either. And that's a story about Governor Braun and a total lack of vision. You cannot explain to me nor sell me on what's happening in Indianapolis, in Indiana. It's nuts. The only thing we've learned from 8 months of Mike Braun is that there is no vision. I'm sure the civic leaders will have a lot to say about that. But not Joe Hogsett. Stop calling yourself leaders. I do not know to what extent the President of the United States can say, I don't like the crime rate in Chicago, I'm sending in the National Guard. If anybody is okay with what they see in Chicago, they're out of their heads. Same thing is true with Indianapolis. Keep screaming that it's safe. Keep screaming that it's fine. You're more than welcome to do it. I can't stop you from screaming. You see, you think I'm losing my voice a little bit because I'm screaming. No. I'm pretty sure that's allergies at this stage of the game. I don't know if this is happening to anybody else, but it happens to me twice a year. You guys have heard it all. They want to tell us that this place is safe. Or you get Vop Osley, the president of the City County Council of Indianapolis, who tells us, well, it's not safe because you're not investing enough. I missed this ridiculous op-ed from this president. This was back on August 8th. I will give my response at 7:45 because I have a plan, and my plan will work, and Vop Osley is going to get your kids hurt. Wait for it. It's good. I'm not sure if Donald Trump has this ability. I'm not sure if he has this capability. If this is something to which the president can, if you will, federalize the National Guard. I don't have a good answer. I do not know what the rules are in order to allow this to happen. And by the way, it could be that the president has absolute authority to do this. But anybody who thinks that what they're seeing in Chicago is okay is out of their heads. The argument of whether or not the president has the authority is one thing. The argument that somehow Chicago's okay, those people are daft. They're ignorant people so desperate to cling to their politics that they cannot be trusted with the keys to the car. If your mother, your grandmother, your uncle, your brother, oh, Chicago's fine, safe as can be, I walk around nude all the time. First of all, interesting. Secondly, no, you don't, and it's not safe. And any leftist who calls it safe is a lying fraud and should be told so directly. Just like you have to tell the Russians directly that you cannot mess with us. Fighter jets scrambled to meet a Russian spy plane. This is it was a Russian surveillance aircraft called an IL-20 Coot, C-O-O-T, that made its way into the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone. American fighter jet scrambled. The spy plane did not enter U.S. or Canadian sovereign territory. Now, this is Putin, not some plane that just made its way just a bit too far. Call it a trolling, call it whatever you will. From Vladimir Putin of Russia, post the meeting with Donald Trump regarding Ukraine. There's no deal. And I do not believe there's a deal in the offing. Do I mind that he tried? I don't mind that President Trump tried to make a deal. Good on him. You're trying to get something done? Good on him. Vladimir Putin doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. Vladimir Putin wants to fight. Okay. The Europeans have to get on board with that reality, and I think they are. And then you have to decide what the fight looks like. I think the fight might only look like a peacekeeping force in Ukraine. You could decide, hey, Europe, this is on you. We're out. We did everything we could. You can decide that. But you had the meeting with Putin. You had the meeting with Zelensky. You had the meeting with the European leaders. You do not have a willing participant in Vladimir Putin. He believes he can throw bodies at this, as we have discussed, and he is. And you have more bombing raids, you have more things happening, so much so that the Ukrainians have taken to trying to shoot drones out of the sky with shotguns. Russia has made itself clear they're not going to stop. We are the aggressor. You won't do the things necessary to stop us, so we're going to keep going. We're a nuclear power. We dare you. We'll taunt you. We'll do all the things. So you got to do one of two things. Either put some force on the ground to stop them from engaging, moving more west, or you got to pick 5 targets and you got to see whether or not your B-2 bombers really work. Oh, I'm not suggesting the latter. I'm just giving the options. That's it. You tried. I appreciate the effort. The House is now going to engage a probe on whether D.C. police manipulated crime data. We go back talking about the Chicago story. I should have done those stories reversed, by the way. House Oversight telling the Metropolitan Police in D.C. it's going to investigate whether or not they manipulated the data to make crime rates appear lower. This has been a conversation for a while. Show me the data, show me the manipulation. Not the claim, show me. But if the data is manipulated, and we do know that there have been multiple occasions where full data has not been sent by the states or by the district, so the data does look lower. So the manipulation is not necessarily erasing a number, but rather not sharing of the totality of the numbers. We do know that that has taken place. Certainly, I could argue it has been alleged. If data is not presented, if data was not shared, well then, who do we throw in jail? Because I'm tired of investigations. I'm tired of this committee, being all sorts of peacocking. When does someone go to jail? That's the next step. Who broke the law? Who goes to jail? And we can have that conversation about 100 different subjects. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matty Boo?
Northbound 65 south side slow. Raymond Street up to the south split. It is a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Democrat State Representative Kyle Miller will join us to talk about redistricting.
Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Pat Sullivan here with an offer from my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling that you don't want to miss. For a limited time, Hope Plumbing will buy back your old air conditioning unit for up to $1,500 with the purchase of a complete heating and cooling system. It's time to call them if you're hot. Don't wait for the next heat wave to be caught sweating at home. Act now before the offer ends. Stay cool and call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today at 641-HOPE. That's 641-HOPE.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings. Because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Redistricting from Texas to Indiana. Nothing on radar. 55 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 73 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Texas redistricting changes amid the landscape for congressional race.
Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Greg Casar launching his campaign for the newly redrawn Texas 37th Congressional District.
But you didn't elect me to go learn the same broken playbook Democrats have used for decades. You sent me to write a new one.
The 36-year-old Casar has represented the 35th District since 2023, but Republicans passed a new congressional map earlier this month.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz in Washington. A group of Hoosier Republicans is headed to the White House today. They received an invitation a few weeks ago, just before Vice President J.D. Vance visited Indianapolis to meet with Governor Braun and other Republican leaders. The talks at the White House could center on redistricting. A federal judge is halting Kilmar Obrego Garcia's deportation to Uganda for now. Obrego Garcia's lawyers filed the challenge of the Trump administration's efforts to deport him for a second time after he was detained by ICE on Monday. At least 20 people, including 5 journalists, were killed Monday when Israel struck a major hospital in Gaza as ceasefire talks continue and Israel readies an operation in Gaza City.
I think within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to have pretty good conclusive ending.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the strikes a tragic mishap and said that he was looking into it. Plans for a new Wawa gas station on Indianapolis's east side are on hold for now. Here's Jake McDaniel.
While some people and business owners believe the project would boost the area, others are worried about its size. The proposal includes 16 gas pumps, double what is typically allowed. Circle City tent owner Timothy Hayes tells Wish TV.
It could definitely drive in more customers. Gas stations are always nice, and, nice new building hopefully will bring in a lot more clientele for the businesses around us.
The proposal goes before a city hearing examiner in September, where they will decide if it moves forward. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com, traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. St. Louis-based developer Subtext continues to see opportunities around Purdue University for student housing. This month, the developer opened its new Ever West Lafayette complex, a 6-story building opened just in time for fall classes with 449 beds across 143 units. It's the second major development there by Subtext. Executive Vice President of Development, Mitchell Corte.
A lot of it just comes down to simple fundamentals. I mean, the university was continuing to grow, and there was a little bit of new supply coming on, but there really wasn't that much, and definitely not enough to meet the oncoming demand. And once we see that, we'll go into the market and start looking for sites and talking to the city about kind of what they want to see as far as development and where they want to see it.
A major mixed-use development project in Michigan City has hit a milestone months before it's set to begin construction. Our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana report Chicago-based Farpoint Development has already sold 30% of the luxury condominiums at the $311 million Sola development near Lake Michigan in the city's downtown. A dozen members of the Indianapolis City County Council have spoken in opposition to Google's planned data center in Franklin Township. The controversial project cleared a key hurdle last week when the Metropolitan Development Commission voted 8-1 in a secret ballot to grant preliminary approval for the company's request to rezone nearly 470 acres for that project. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
The National Science Foundation has awarded $7 million to Purdue University to expand its CHIPS Hub semiconductor teaching and research initiative to more higher education institutions. The 5-year commitment aims to help fill a workforce gap in the semiconductor industry. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
South side, northbound 65 slows after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. It is a construction zone. Northbound 65 slow at Meridian over to west, like when you're coming out of the north split. It's not too bad at the moment. And then coming down from Hamilton County, inbound 69 looking good from Noblesville Campus Parkway to State Road 37. And then 5 minutes in to 465 continuing in that southbound direction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
The Indiana Fever, Tony, hosts the Seattle Storm tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse as the end of the season nears. There's only 7 games left, and Indiana is one of several teams competing for the final WNBA playoff spots. Tip-off at 7. College football kicks off Saturday in Bloomington as number 20 IU hosts Old Dominion.
Well, I like where we're at coming out of camp. In terms of how we practice, how we compete.
That's IU head coach Kurt Signetti. Kickoff in Bloomington Saturday, 2:30. Purdue plays Ball State in West Lafayette Saturday under new head coach Barry Odom.
I'm excited to run out of Tiller Tunnel, and I'm excited to see the fans, and because I know there's great passion, there's great energy, and tremendous support here.
And Purdue has 46 new players. That kickoff is at noon. And Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh hit his 50th home run last night. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Buying a diamond has changed. There are mined and lab-grown diamonds. Pierce Jewelers carries both. Pierce can educate you and save your hard-earned money. Shop local. Shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers.
Live streaming, YouTube, WIBC, and of course on the Twitter X, WIBC. Tony Katz, that's me. What's going on? 93 WIBC, good morning. You should be a part of it, and you can always text the show, 317-239-9393. I forgot how to, I spent one day out, I forgot how to log in. True story. True story. I totally forgot. You can text the show. You can be a part of it. Just text WIBC to 317-239-9393, and then I'll be able to see it. I will see it, and you interact that way. Happy to have you here. A magnificent thank you. Magnificent thank you to everybody who showed up Saturday. For myself, for Nick Searcy, from Hollywood to the Heartland, incredible night at West Fork Whiskey. It beat the expectations. The food, Big Hoffa's barbecue. Thank you to them. The desserts from Circle City Sweets, Cindy Hawkins and Roger, what they do over there, spectacular stuff. What West Fork served was terrific. I like that wheated bottled and bond. A little sweeter than I normally do, but I can appreciate what it was. I thought it was a well-played bourbon, and people were able to buy bottles right there. And to the fine people at Just Add Water Boats, to Premier Arms, to Boer Remodeling, to Defiance Beef. Thank you guys for helping make it happen. Now, the plan is to do another one. The plan was November. I may hold off. I will explain that in the days ahead. We'll see how everything goes. But for everything that took place Saturday, I hope you guys had a great time. And we unveiled Matt Bear's Morning Coffee. The Joyride, the Road Rage, Matt Bear was there. In the next few days, we'll figure out how to get this in the hands of everybody. We did a limited run. We will get these bags out to anybody who wants to order them. And then we're going to figure out how to do this on a more regular basis, not just from time to time. Do this on the regular, really build something out here. That's been the plan. Just been, life makes you busy sometimes. But the coffee is great. My appreciation to Julian Coffee Roasters, who works with us on this one right here in Indianapolis, actually just north of Indy, and joyous. So thanks. I really do appreciate it. That everybody would come out and take their time and spend their money and do that. Terrific stuff. I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. I hope I got everybody. I hope I covered everybody who was a part of it and everybody who helped. Fingers Malloy was there. David, just a great group of people who helped put these things together. You're appreciated. Can't thank you guys enough. And if I do another one, I hope you come join me then too. Because my plan is the next one's I'm just beyond belief. Beyond belief. But I'm going to have to move the date to make sure we've got the time to do it right. I'm going to have to. Trust me on this. Just trust me on this one already. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. 93 WIBC, good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed. Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
In the construction business, you're only as good as your tools. That's why Quality Supply and Tool offers DeWalt products, like the 20-volt Max XR cordless 3-speed half-inch hammer drill. Buy one and get a 5-amp-hour battery free. That's a $100 value. Or buy two DeWalt 60-volt Max FlexVolt 12-amp-hour batteries and get one free. Only at Quality Supply and Tool and only while supplies last, or September 26th. With locations in West Lafayette, Bloomington, Jeffersonville, and Indianapolis, Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Snap it. Send it. Hear it. Your photos, your video, your voice on WIBC. Join the text club by texting WIBC to 317-239-9393.
He did not like Governor Westmore's tone.
93 WIBC.
He seems to enjoy living in this blissful ignorance.
Stay in the know
Stop talking and get to work.
while you're on the go.
Then I'll see you on the streets.
Troops in Washington, D.C. are now carrying guns.
Another update.
Lucas Oil founder Forrest Lucas has died.
It's just minutes away.
Lucas was 83.
Hear the news.
19 people are dead after an Israeli strike hit a southern Gaza main hospital.
On air.
We watched bone-dry trees and bushes
online
going up in flames in a matter of seconds.
And on Alexa.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Northbound 65 slows in a couple of spots, once before 465, and again after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. The whole thing is construction. Northbound 65 tied out of the north split up to West Street. Everything looking good in the clear path construction side on the northeast side. That redesign of I-69 and 465, that'll hopefully be done by the end of this year. Right now, northbound, southbound lanes 465 looking good through that area. No delays or major slowdowns to tell you about. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
What do we have? What is it, 52 degrees? Is that what we've got? Let's just call it that and be done with it. Yeah, sure. 52 degrees. I'm not 100% sure, people. I just made that number up. It was 51. I was so close, but I went over. So if this was the Price is Right, I would lose, but it's not the Price is Right. So I win. 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46. Ah, yes. Burning the American flag. We managed to take our eye off the ball, did we? I'm gone for one day, and everybody loses their freaking mind. Oh, good Lord. Could we not? And for the populists out there, this is why I'm not a populist. And I want to make sure that we are clear with each other, guys. We can still be friends. And I only hope that we are. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. This executive order about flag burning is nonsense. It's taking the eye off the ball. President Trump is wrong. And if you support him on this, so are you. Now, that's an aggressive stance, Tony. That is like unnecessarily aggressive. Why not just mock somebody's sister? Well, it's only because I haven't met your sister yet. But when I do, this is not what we want. This executive order about flag burning. I think that if you burn the flag, you're ridiculous. Years ago, I've told this story years ago. When I first started TonyKatz.com, I had actually had on the site a flag burning kit. I thought it was edgy. I believe in free speech. You can do these things. Here's the kit. It wasn't actually a kit. It wasn't anything I actually sold. It was this, I'm going to show how serious I am about free speech. It's a pretty dopey thing to do. Because while you can burn the flag, I think it makes you an absolute tool to burn the flag. Americans who burn the American flag are people who are letting you know, hey, don't marry this person, don't have a relationship with this person, don't do business with this person, and I stay away. People who burn the American flag but wave a Palestinian flag have no concept of where they are or what they're doing. They're again, I'll say, amongst the most daft people, really ignorant, really, really dumb people. They are. They're letting you know what they're all about, and we should thank them for their honesty. I'm not in favor of burning the American flag, but you can. You can. This is done. If you want to go about arguing that somehow it is too sacred of a symbol in America, go make that argument. Just don't create executive orders about it. Keep deporting people who are here illegally. Keep working on lowering inflation. Keep building up a Navy. Focus. I do not know why there aren't more people in this White House who cannot get President Trump to focus. But this is the second miss. Epstein was a mess. Misread of the base on every single level and in every single way. A complete and total misread. And we said it here, and people said, why do you care about the Epstein files? Trump said, don't worry about the Epstein files. He said it's a distraction. It's what the left wants. No. It's what we want. It's what we've always wanted. Who was abusing children? Throw them in jail. Don't tell us we don't get this. No. What Trump doesn't want discussed, we don't discuss? What kind of crazy is this? I would say that to the president himself. We'll discuss anything we want. We're the people. You work for us. As is always true, and people come to this weird defense of the president for no reason. You don't think the president can handle the criticism? You don't think he can handle a tough question? He can handle every tough question. What he's always said he wants is, I don't mind a tough question, just make it a fair question. Why are you focused on flag burning when we haven't figured out everything regarding the economy? It's a distraction. I'm not interested. It's a mistake. Saying that Epstein didn't matter was a mistake. This is a mistake. That's all. Now, this mistake is pretty egregious because this is somehow saying that President Trump or somehow this administration has a lock on what free speech and free expression should be. No, I think I have the lock on what free speech and free expression should be, which is interesting because you think you have it. And the other guy, they think they have it. That's the point. I don't want the president deciding what free speech is. I wouldn't want Joe Biden deciding what free speech is. Why in the world would anybody ever want such a thing? You decide. We have a series of guidelines and rules. And I do like rules. I believe in the Liberty Society. I am not a fan of the Freedom Society. Oh my gosh, this just in. Tony doesn't believe in freedom. There are pseudo-intellectuals everywhere, and some people are going to say that if they listen to this, and well, fine. Let them. I'll deal with them later. Liberty. We have certain guidelines. We have certain rules of the road. We have certain things that we curtail in order to allow the maximum amount of liberty and enjoyment. That's the Liberty Society. You know, it's not about yelling fire in a crowded theater. You can't yell, let's go do harm to person X. That we don't allow. Now, a free speech absolutist would allow that. So we have to ask ourselves, are we or are we not free speech absolutists? And if you are a free speech absolutist, I want to make sure you understand what it means. It means that a lot of things can be said about you. It means that you are not a believer in slander nor libel. Isn't that exactly what it would mean? Well, slander is spoken and libel is written. So really slander if we're talking about free speech. Defamation suits? What's defamation if free speech is you can say anything you want? It's the difference between the Freedom Society and the Liberty Society. I'm in favor of the Liberty Society. Burning the American flag is gross. Burning the American flag is gross. But yes, people can do it. And it doesn't matter if the president likes it or not. He can discuss how he doesn't like it. He can sign an executive order saying that the American flag is cherished and we should revere it and you should teach its importance to your children. People can burn the American flag. And anybody on the political right who wants to make the claim that President Trump is right, you're a populist and I'm not. And, well, in this situation, on a very personal level, I'm right and you're wrong. And yeah, I'm willing to fight about it. Because honestly, I'm not interested in the distractions, and I'm not interested in the crazy, and I'm not interested in this idea that somehow you're a real American. Nah, this is a mistake. I need the president focused on the things I need done, what I voted for. The deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia and illegal immigrants, I voted for that. Flag burning nonsense, I didn't vote for that. Matt Baer has traffic.
West side, Tony, northbound 465 slows before and after the I-74 Crawfordsville Road interchange. Please be careful going through that area. Westbound 70 slow after rural over the north split out to Meridian Penn. South side, northbound 65. Stop and go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the south split and delayed 3 minutes because of that construction zone where they're adding travel lanes to I-65 in both directions from 465 to the south split on the south side. That should be done at the end of next year. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Brought to you by today, it's Indy Decorative Concrete and Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/9/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Fair in Indiana, but Washington insiders want to cheat. They want taxpayers to spend millions to redraw legislative maps approved just 4 years ago. That's not democracy. It's a power grab, and they're hoping you won't notice. Thankfully, some of our leaders are saying no to D.C. politics. Tell politicians Hoosiers don't cheat. Protect our votes and get back to focusing on our real problems. Join the team at playfairindiana.com. Paid for by Indiana Conservation Voters.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
My mom just found the best place ever, Wilson's Farm Market. They've got the best ice cream in tons of flavors like butter pecan, orange pineapple, but my favorite is the old-fashioned vanilla. And the candy, whoa, there's a whole wall of it. Gummies, chocolates, giant jawbreakers, even old school stuff my grandma loves. It's like a candy wonderland. And they let me pick out my own bag? Yes! Wilson's is just 20 minutes north of Carmel. Tell your crew it's time for a sweet road trip. Wilson Farm Market, you gotta go.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why a former Indianapolis cop is on trial, why Indianapolis police responded to an apartment this morning, what political leaders are saying about the fight to cure cancer, and what Purdue's football coach thinks about the upcoming season. Those stories are coming up after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
The Federal Reserve governor is out. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox News. President Donald Trump opening a new front in the fight over America's central bank.
In a letter shared to Truth Social, President Trump says he's removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position effective immediately. He cites a criminal referral from Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records, alleging she claimed 2 different properties were her primary residences when obtaining mortgages in 2021. In the letter addressed to Cook, the president explains, in light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, I do not have such confidence in your integrity. Cook was appointed by former President Biden and has been serving a term that ends in 2038. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Cook says she will not step down. She's among several senior Fed policymakers who have defied President Trump's calls for interest rate cuts. The Federal Reserve is set up to operate independently to the White House. We've seen President Trump mobilize the power of the National Guard in his plan to cut crime across the country. Well, now he's wielding the power of his pen, signing an executive order targeting cashless bail.
The EO's threatened to revoke federal funding from jurisdictions that allow the practice. Critics of cash bail say it puts an unfair burden on low-income people who can't afford to pay their way out of jail. But the president says the policy allows violent criminals to return to the streets. Meantime, the president's rift with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is growing, suggesting he would deploy federal forces to Chicago. Pritzker is firing back. He's warning the president not to send the National Guard to Chicago like he did in D.C., saying the move would be a power grab. For now, though, the president is planning to wait to send in the troops until Pritzker asks him to.
That was Fox's Madeline Rivera. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A trial is underway for a former Indianapolis cop. Nothing on radar, 55 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 74 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. The trial has begun for a former Indy cop named Myron Howard, accused of raping a domestic violence victim shortly after arresting her boyfriend. Howard admits to the sexual encounter, but the jury will decide if it was consensual. He was fired by IMPD shortly after the charges were filed. Early this morning, a man was injured in a shooting at an apartment along North Sherman Avenue, not far from Forest Manor Avenue. Police say a woman called the cops at about 2 a.m., saying that 2 men were trying to break in. By the time the officers arrived, shots had already been fired. That man that was shot was taken to the hospital. He is alive. Police say they did respond to this apartment just 4 days ago for a report of a drive-by shooting. A UIndy professor in Data 3 has died from a car crash in Carmel in which police were involved. Jake McDaniel has the details.
In mid-June, Kevin McKelvey was driving his son home from martial arts practice when Alexander Mitchell swerved in a stolen SUV and hit them head-on. McKelvey then spun on the rain-slick road, crashing into Galea Carloni. Everyone survived at first, and McKelvey even texted a friend that he felt grateful to be alive, but his gratefulness ran out. A couple of weeks later, he died from blood clots that formed because of the crash. Mitchell had a past of criminal charges, and he now faces several more. And the Indiana Capital Chronicle reported this. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard that plans for a new Wawa gas station along East Washington Street are moving forward, but the project is experiencing some delays. Local business owners say the store could bring new energy to the neighborhood.
Yeah, we would definitely like it. Hopefully it happens. It kind of feels like it's not going to happen, but we could definitely use it.
Timothy Hayes is a business owner. He spoke to Wish TV about the project, which has been delayed while city leaders review the proposal to ensure it fits into the community. encouraging research could have impacts not only in Indiana.
That's the sentiment from State Representative Julie Olthoff of Crown Point. I'm John Herrick.
Over the last few years, we have been working to improve both screening methods and documentation for breast cancer patients.
She says what will help with that is a bill that was signed into law earlier this year that creates the Pediatric Cancer Research and Treatment Grant Program, as well as the Breast Cancer Research Fund, something she says that will give researchers the tools they need. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Purdue football team was bad last year.
I feel a deep responsibility to get Purdue football back to winning. We represent something so much bigger than ourselves, and the urgency to get that done, I think about it every single minute of the day.
And that's their new head coach, Barry Odom. The team has won at 11 last year, so there's only one way to go, and that's up. They play Ball State on Saturday at Ross-Ade Stadium at noon. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Westbound 70 slow after rural through the north split out to West Street, and then northbound 65 south side. Stop and go after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. It's a 3-minute delay. Looking at the Clear Path construction project on the northeast side, no problems here as you make your way inbound 69 down from Fishers, 96th Street 465 wide open at the minute with a little bit of company. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Boy, it is a little bit on the cooler side this morning. You'll need the light jacket, maybe the fleece early on with temperatures into the lower 50s, some spots in the upper 40s this morning. We'll look for mostly sunny skies all afternoon. Highs around 73. That's about 10 to 11 degrees below normal for this time of year. Another cool one tonight, mostly clear. Record low temperature at 48. We are going with a forecast low around 50, so near record low conditions expected. Another chilly start to your Wednesday morning. Sunshine for the afternoon, highs near 74. On Thursday, we could see maybe a few spotty showers late, but otherwise, lots of dry conditions for the rest of the week with temps into the 70s.
That's Tara Hastings, who also did not make it to our event
yes,
on Saturday
right.
and missed out on a great time.
Yes. Did you get my
any barbecue? No. Did you get any desserts? No. Did you get a cigar? No. Did you get to meet Matt Bear? No. No.
Did you see my tweet? I sent a cheers to you.
You did send a cheers tweet, and that was very, very kind of you. It would have been better if you were there to wish cheers to everybody in person.
Sure, I'm sure.
Oh,
yes.
but no,
I will
just
do
stay
better
home
next
and watch
time.
my kids. La, la, la. Look at me. I can procreate. La, la, la.
That is correct. Yep. Did you have a good time? I mean, obviously, with the
you don't
bourbon
care.
and barbecue.
If you had cared,
and...
you would have been there.
I know. I don't really. I was trying to be nice.
I know. Thank you. Finally, Carl gets one right. It was absolutely outstanding. It was a spectacular night at West Fork Whiskey. 200 people. The play. It was terrific. It was
good.
Terrific. So very fortunate that people came out for this and had a great time. And Nick Searcy I thought Nick was excellent.
Oh, good.
Nick was excellent. He went longer than I thought he was scheduled to go, and I was like, just keep chatting, boo. It was
keep going.
It was great. It was terrific.
Good.
So
right.
very, very good. Maybe you'll come to the next one, or maybe you'll let us down too. I don't know. I don't know which one.
Well, we're just gonna have to roll the dice and see what happens.
That's what we're gonna have to do. That's what we're gonna have to do, and we're gonna have to invite Drew Narsutis instead, because he had nothing going on. He could have made it.
Correct. I'm sure he could have.
That's Tara Hastings from Wish TV. Tara is my favorite. 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
is a lot of posturing about data centers. I want to know what the problem is. I have not yet gotten a clear argument to the issue with data centers in Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Now, I'm not saying that the people opposed to the data centers are wrong. This is the rarest moment in my radio career. Ladies and gentlemen, I have absolutely, at this moment, no opinion on data centers.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait.
What's going on?
Holy crap, I am freaking out.
Yeah. I don't know if I like them or don't. I get the basic conversation. A data center takes a tremendous amount of energy. And by the way, it could just be an eyesore. Takes a tremendous amount of energy, and energy costs rise. We had this conversation about New Jersey. I get it. But what if the data center provides its own energy? We had Governor Braun on the show talking about the idea of nuclear, which I am not opposed to nuclear energy. I do favor it. But what if they're providing their own energy? What if that's part of the deal? Then is it all right? Is there something else? And let's argue that we don't want data centers in Indiana. Okay, that's an argument. We don't want that kind of business in Indiana. Then follow the math with me. What business do we want? What is it that we want instead? Well, the problem with data centers is that data centers don't create jobs. Okay, if we take a look at the amount of people who run a data center versus the overall capacity of it, there aren't really many jobs that are created. That's a take. Isn't the other side of that argument is, yes, but there's a tremendous amount of tax revenue for the counties that house these data centers, and isn't that valuable to the residents of those counties and therefore the state? So when I see the story, Indy councilors line up in opposition to Google's billion-dollar data center, and I know that Michael Paul Hart is leading the charge on this subject, the question is, what is it that we oppose? And let's say we were to agree to the opposition, what is it that we then favor? What do we want instead? I'm not hearing anybody saying, here's what we should go after. Here's what we should go get. So I don't have a reason to be opposed as of yet to data centers. But I haven't heard anybody, including from the Braun administration, engage a smart conversation about here's the business we should go get and here's how we're going to go get it. And maybe that's because with our current IEDC, we don't have that capability. I am very concerned about Indiana's future. I am very concerned that we're about to enter a dark age of economic growth in Indiana. I have no idea where there's a vision. Locally, I have no idea where there's a vision statewide. I don't see it. And it has not been expressed. But I do not know why we're opposed to data centers. I need the cogent argument, if you would. And I need a cogent argument in favor. And then we can discuss. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional, their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center, the star of Saturday Night from Hollywood to the Heartland. He took your heart, and now he takes away your roadways.
That was such a good show, by the way. Northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Westbound 70 dragging into the north split from rural. Inbound 69 tight from 106th Street down to 82nd. Delayed 2 minutes this morning. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Gearing up to fill up on the news? No, that's not what we do right now. We do the popcorn moment right now. See? Take off a day. I lose my mind. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The popcorn moment brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. They were there Saturday night for From Hollywood to the Heartland, and they had this banner, and they had to put it up. I'm like, do you need any help? And they're like, we're builders. We got this, Tony. Why don't you just sit in the corner? It was very humbling. They are the ones to redo your kitchen, your bathroom, take your basement and turn it into an actual part of the home. Booher, absolutely incredible people. How they take care of their customers, their 5-step design process, so you understand everything going on every step of the way. So insanely communicative that there's no stress. You know what's happening. You don't have to panic. You don't have to worry. Here, it's a Tuesday, and here's who's going to show up, and here's what they're going to do. And they show up, and that's what they do. It is incredible. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Let Booher Remodeling work with you to get that kitchen working for you and your family and your life, creating value for you, not just for resale, which it will do as well. Booher Remodeling, 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. The story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Kilmar Abrego Garcia should be deported, just like every illegal immigrant should be deported. And the ruling that kept him in the United States was always wrong, and how we have not had the Bondi Justice Department work to overturn this ruling is beyond me. And now you've got a judge out there after it was stated that Abrego Garcia who was involved in human smuggling in the country illegally, ties to gangs, police reports of him beating his wife, and she is standing by his side. This guy should be deported. But this judge said you can't. Okay, you can't send him back to El Salvador. Okay, we'll send him to Uganda. They're willing to take illegal immigrants from the United States. We'll send them to Uganda. Now you've got a judge saying you can't do that. You can't do that. This judge keeps an eye, though. The White House, the administration, absolutely is not allowed to do this in any way, shape, or form. Tell the judge to pound sand. This has been decided. I believe that this judge is in violation of the Supreme Court. And judges in violation of the Supreme Court must be removed from the bench immediately, if not sooner. This is not a debate that we're having here. The president determines immigration policy. And every single conversation about Trump is breaking the law, are you sure these are all gang members? This is what happens when you don't believe that the country should be safe. This is what happens when you believe that the illegal immigrant somehow is the same thing as the citizen. And when you have lawyers like this being the lawyer for Abrego Garcia.
As Kilmar Abrego Garcia was leaving the jail in Tennessee and was in his car on the way up to Maryland, the government designated Uganda as the country of removal. It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language, a country with documented human rights violations, when there are so many other options. This family suffered enough.
So you're okay with his deportation, but not to Uganda because he doesn't speak the language? The official languages of Uganda are Swahili and English. So he's in the United States. Maybe he speaks the language. Does Chris Murphy, not Chris Murphy, Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, does he speak fluent Spanish? And they were speaking Spanish when they went to have margaritas together in El Salvador, which they did. They had margaritas together in El Salvador. You cannot do away with that iconography. The continual argument somehow is that we're not allowed to do what it is that we should do regarding illegal immigration. And this comes from the lie told by the left that this is about immigration as a whole. Of course it's not. We have two choices: buy into their lie or tell them to kiss off. I choose the latter. I don't know about you. I choose the latter. We're talking about illegal immigration. We should have a better system for legal immigration. We should want it. We should encourage it. And I agree with the State Department. It should be people who want to be in America, not people who want to harm America or think where they came from is better. And so they're going about checking social media, checking posts, checking other things. What have these people been involved in any level of anti-American sentiment? And if you say to me you can't do that, I do it with doctors now. You think I'm, in today's world, I'm going to let a doctor work on me or my children, my wife, when they've got an avatar of themselves holding a Hamas flag? Not a chance. Not a chance. They may have that feeling and I don't know about it. They may be that ugly, that despicable, that bigoted, that hateful, that absolutely horrific, and I don't know about it. But if you're brazen enough to post it on your social media, you don't get to touch my kids. You're not a doctor worthy of going to. And this is, by the way, happening all over medicine. Supporters of Hamas, supporters of terrorism, anti-American zealotry, and you want to go full Moon River on me? Oh, hell no. No. You don't get to go anywhere near my family. and you shouldn't be allowed in a hospital group. As a matter of fact, we should be looking at IU Health. We should be looking at Ascension St. Vincent. We should be looking at community and saying, if you hire these people, what exactly is wrong with you? What are you doing to ensure these kinds of people are not working in your hospitals? You've got a DEI department, right? Oh, I'm sure some of you still have a DEI department. Oh, you'd be all over it if it was some kind of racism, feel the air quotes. Holding a Hamas flag is a red flag. You don't get to work in this hospital group. You can't be around patients. Do you hire those people? Yes or no? Let the hospital groups answer that question. Of course, we should be checking who comes into the country. And people who are not interested in being Americans fully and completely are not welcome. Don't care about your circumstance. Not welcome. Well, we have freedom of speech for citizens, not for people who want to undo freedom of speech. Nope. And for the record, the Islamist does not believe in freedom of speech. Hamas does not believe in freedom of speech. Palestinians do not believe in freedom of speech. There are some Palestinians who are fighting for a better life. And I feel for them. For the thousands who swarmed over from Gaza into Israel to murder, I don't feel for them at all. And that happened. Hamas, don't feel for them at all. And their supporters who dare claim they're a doctor, do no harm, wouldn't let them touch me. But I'm willing to let Kilmar Abrego Garcia touch Ugandan soil. He speaks the language. He's here illegally. He's connected to cartels. He's got to go. Matt Baer has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, northbound 65 slow out of the north split as we make our way over to west. And northbound 65 south side, that is stop and go traffic through the construction after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split, delayed 6 minutes. And southbound 6570 slows. Michigan Street down to Fletcher Avenue. South side, eastbound 465 slow off 31 to South Keystone. And again, after I-65 over to Arlington Avenue. Inbound 69 delayed 7 minutes from 116th Street to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Big time Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon. Biggest stories of the day. We'll do some caller roulette. Let's have fun.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's family-owned jewelry store, is dedicated to quality and fine craftsmanship. Let them help you celebrate that special moment in your life. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
It's hot out there.
The weather's hot.
And when we say hot,
But the headlines, they're even hotter.
I mean extremely hot.
The news of the day is heating up.
IMPD officers shot at least 3 times. One suspect was also shot.
Diego Morales, Secretary of State, in his bizarro international travel.
Playing out right in front of us every single day.
Stay cool.
Finally, a cool down is coming.
Stay informed.
All the information right here.
Stay with 93 WIBC. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
While the president fired the Federal Reserve governor, nothing on radar. It is a cool morning in downtown Indianapolis, 55 degrees. We're going up to the mid-70s today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. President Trump fired Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook Monday over allegations of mortgage fraud. She was appointed by Biden in 22, and allegations involve her listing 2 primary residences. In a letter, the president said that Cook's actions weaken Americans' trust in the Federal Reserve. President Trump signed an executive order Monday that could reduce federal funding for jurisdictions using cashless bail, including some led by Democrats.
It's a really foundational reason that we've had this explosion of crime here in California and everywhere where you've had these extreme policies.
That's California Republican Steve Hilton appearing on Fox News. He's running for governor. Supporters of ending cash bail say it disproportionately impacts low-income people who cannot afford it. A survivor of the attack that killed a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband spoke publicly for the first time Monday at the DNC Summer Convention in Minneapolis.
Senator John Hoffman walked in and told the crowd he's still recovering from 9 gunshot wounds in the same pattern as the holes in his front door. He called what happened to the Hortmans and his family pure evil and tied it to rhetoric coming from political enemies. Courage, truth, and working to benefit everybody are the values he says Democrats can use to win again at the national level. And he urged them to call Americans to action in ways that don't incite intimidation and political violence.
And that is Corin Hogard reporting from Minneapolis for us this morning. Today is the anniversary of the 19th Amendment added to the U.S. Constitution.
The 19th Amendment, which legally guarantees American women the right to vote, was officially added to the U.S. Constitution on this date in 1920. The fight to get the right to vote began in the 1800s. Women spent decades organizing, petitioning, and picketing to finally get the amendment introduced in Congress in 1878. It was passed in 1919 and ratified on August 18, 1920, certified by the Secretary of State on the 26th. But while the amendment represented a new right for women, it was not applied equally. Black women were unable to vote long into the 20th century because of discriminatory state laws. That finally changed with the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
And that's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Doctors in China say they've transplanted a genetically modified pig lung into a brain-dead man, and it worked for 9 days before his body began to reject it. This is thought to be the first pig lung transplant, and doctors could help people down the line. The Powerball jackpot increased again on Monday night. There was no winner, It now stands at $815 million with the cash option for $368 million. The next drawing is tomorrow. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever play the Seattle Storm tonight at home. Indiana is among several teams vying for the final WNBA playoff spot, and they play Seattle before heading to LA and Golden State. Seattle is starting a 5-game road trip tonight. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. You could listen to the game on 107.5 The Fan. The NFL roster cut deadline is today. Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen.
Obviously some tough decisions to be made in the next 24 hours, but we'll get it all finalized, myself and Chris and his staff, as we go through it.
On Monday, the Colts acquired cornerback Mekhi Blackman from the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for a 26th sixth-round pick. Blackman missed last season with a torn ACL. The IU football team plays their home opener Saturday against Old Dominion, favored by more than 3 touchdowns.
All but one of Old Dominion's losses last year were by 1 score or less. So we got to be ready to go. It's all about us and our preparation, having the right mindset.
IU head football coach Kurt Cignetti. Saturday's kickoff is 2:30, and Purdue, 1-11 last season, plays Ball State in West Lafayette Saturday. That kickoff is at noon. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Ryan, looking at inbound 69 stop and go traffic. A 7-minute delay from 116th Street down to 465. Northwest side, northbound 465 slows. 86th Street up to 865. Westbound 70 slow into the north split from Sherman out to West Street on northbound 65. South side, northbound 65 jams after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction delay of 6 minutes. South side, eastbound 465 slows from I-65 over to Arlington Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer in September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
50 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where friendly
Today
folks can
on
gather.
the marketplace, I don't know if this is something you buy used. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. They have got all the stuff on the Marketplace, the whole Marketplace segment. Brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's free. It's easy. And yes, it's your money. It's that last paycheck. It's a dividend. It's a refund you didn't even know you were getting. And they didn't know where to send it. So it's with the Attorney General's office. It should be with you in your pocket. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Baer, he is on the live stream at 93 WIBC. Just search for WIBC on YouTube. You'll see him there. Producer Carl is there as well. Rocking the Colts blue is what he's doing. I am wearing some of the new funky, fresh TK gear, soon available for purchase. Matt, do you like to be clean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very clean.
Do you like that fresh feeling?
Yeah. Oh, man. Nothing like a good bath in the afternoon, Tony.
But what if it's a bath not for the whole body, but just for the lower back?
Oh, Tony, if I want a foot massage, I can go anywhere.
No, a little higher.
Oh, you're talking about orthopedics, like in the knees.
But yeah. in the back side.
Oh, are you talking about a glute massage, like a glute massage?
No. I'm talking about cleanliness. I'm not talking about massage.
We're not talking about. Okay, I get confused sometimes.
Matt Baer. Now, someone sent this to me as well, and then I found it without them. I think that was Gene. Thank you so much. Matt Baer, this is a bidet.
A butt washer.
Yes, Matt. A butt washer.
I don't speak that fancy French language, Tony.
Well, clearly, with butt washer, you do.
Just get it out there what it is. I'm clear thinking.
This is a Kohler blue bidet, 1970s vintage blue bidet, excellent condition. So you know what that means, Matt?
That means that nothing will get on the floor.
It means that it's a used bidet.
Yes. All right.
The picture is of this bidet. Admittedly, it's a very cool color. It is installed in someone's bathroom.
Hey,
now, everyone knows what a bidet does, right? Like, we don't have to explain this to anybody.
I don't think that's necessary. No, it's the opposite of manual labor. You know, it does it all itself.
Ew, David.
I thought that was a very good way of saying that. I mean,
right. Maybe. So what it does is that it instead of using paper, it uses a stream of water, and it right in there,
boom,
and cleans you out.
I've always
missed it by that much.
I've always wondered this: is the water warm or cold?
The water should be warmer,
room temperature. You know.
No, a little warmer than room temperature. I would say.
Boy, how'd it count me in?
Right? Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I do not have one yet. It's embarrassing, but I want one.
It kind of looks like a sink too. That's the thing.
Well, if you're utilizing it as a sink.
Oh, poor you.
I've always wanted a place to wash my hands at the same time.
You're doing it all wrong.
What?
You're doing it all wrong.
Madness.
Now, if I was doing it right, instead of in the studio, instead of my chair, bidet right here.
Beautiful.
Never leave. Never reason to leave.
What happened to Tony? Well, he changed his chair out for a bidet. Can you blame the guy?
The question before us, Matt, is can you buy a used bidet?
Well, yeah, I would. I mean, because it's not like anybody's like actually sitting in it. Like you know, like there's the cheek roll part that's touching the bottom of the toilet. You know, there's a seat there, and if it really bothers you that much, just go public restroom style and get some Visqueen or Saran wrap and just put it around the end. You can do that.
I'm sorry. Did you just say cheek roll?
Cheek roll, yeah, the cheek roll area. Yeah, I don't know what else to call it, and I know children listening at school time, and I didn't want to say, I'm trying not to use the A word anymore. I'm trying to be specific and professional.
You know what? I forgot kids were listening, and now parents have to explain to their kids what a bidet is in case we didn't somehow tell it right.
I told it right. It's a butt washer, you know?
Yeah. Hey, parents, I think we made a dreadful mistake. And I was, on behalf of Matt Bear, I'd like to apologize for Matt Bear.
I can apologize for myself. I'm sorry.
By saying, because now your kids, all they're going to say now for the rest of the week is butt washer. That is just...
As soon as they rip the bidet out of your bathroom and take it in for show and tell, that's when we know we've not done a service here.
Right. By the way, if your 7-year-old can lift a bidet, congratulations. That's a strong 7-year-old. Matt Bear, it's been knocked down from $350 to $250.
I can't afford this, no. And I don't have a place to put it. I'd have too many toilets and only one bathroom.
Can you put a price on cleanliness?
Yes, of course. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah. No, I can't. No. Well, I want to have one, but I just don't have any place to put it. It's like getting a second dog.
We should have it for here at WIBC.
Oh, good Lord. That'd be a disaster.
Put it in Nigel's office.
Can you imagine a bidet? Everybody's walking around like.
Can I imagine it? Yes, I can.
It's not a good thought.
Find everything from the marketplace at WIBC.com. That's Matt Bear. That's producer Carl. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story, they explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed. Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
At Verizon, lock in a low price on the most reliable 5G in Indianapolis and be the best you. Stream your favorite music on your morning commute. Get tickets to that new Blockbuster and save big with Verizon while you do it all. Switch today and pay $50 a month for a single line. That's right, just $50 a month when you bring in your phone on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with the new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Score Report data 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Additional terms apply.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What do you know?
7-minute delay inbound 69, 116th straight down to 465. Looking at downtown, westbound 70 slow to the north split from rural and over the flyover out to Meridian Penn. Southbound 65, 70 slows from the north split down to Fletcher Avenue. South side, eastbound 465 stop and go after 31 over to Emerson. Northbound 65 slows through the construction after Keystone Avenue into the south split. And then looking at northbound 465 on the northwest side, stop and go traffic after 79th up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
I missed an op-ed. And I missed this op-ed from the president of the Indianapolis City County Council, Vop Osley, where it says, let's have a fact-based discussion on safety downtown. So let's have a fact-based conversation about safety downtown. I put forth to you that Vop Osley has no plan for safety and security, nor does Vop Osley show that he has any concern about it. Now, maybe on a personal level he does, but he won't stand up to this mayor. He won't engage a clear direction for this city county council. I think that the calls for him to step away from his leadership positions were absolutely accurate regarding the impropriety of not only the mayor, but standing by the mayor through having this law firm look into the mayor's impropriety, the impropriety of his former chief of staff and deputy mayor, Thomas Carl Cook. And when they were clearly not acting in the right, clearly trying to keep women silenced, he was fine with it. That's my take of the president of the Indianapolis City County Council, Vop Ostley. Recent calls for the state of Indiana to assume control of law enforcement and prosecution responsibilities in the Mile Square are both misguided and deeply troubling. This is how Indianapolis has always responded to this. Yet things in Indianapolis get worse and worse and worse. His thought is, like other urban centers, we are actively responding through collaboration, investment, and community-based strategies. So nonsense. Because nobody knows what a community-based strategy is. This is all silliness. This is leftist talk. Leftists get power. They don't have to worry about their power, so they make these claims about community-based this and stakeholders that. And yet the streets are not worthy of the people of Indianapolis. Public safety should never be used as a political pawn, writes Vop Ostley. To suggest that downtown's challenges are rooted in a failure of enforcement or prosecution not only misrepresents the facts, it perpetuates a damaging narrative for the very people who live, work, and visit the heart of our city. Nope, you don't prosecute, and no, you are not engaged in proper enforcement. You are to blame because you don't know how to do this. It's okay, you just don't know how. Neither does Joe Hogsett. I don't care how much time he spends as a prosecutor or a lawyer or anything else. He doesn't know. It's been 10 plus years. You can't do this. But one of the things that you state is the truth is Indianapolis doesn't need interference. It needs investment. And instead of undermining local governance, we should be building on its strengths. We need to protect the gains we've made, deepen collaboration, continue building a city that works for all its people. I'm not sure what that means. You need investment. How does the investment come? The investment doesn't come first. It comes from being a city that is doing the right things, that is focused on being a city that is safe. These problems, housing instability and behavioral health, these problems will not be solved by a state takeover. They require continued investment in affordable housing, housing for those experiencing homelessness, mental health services, youth engagement, and community safety programs. It seems that what Vop Ostley is saying here, as he somehow touts crime being down 17% from 2023 to 2024, how many numbers of crimes is that? What does that 17% number represent? Does it represent 5 crimes less? Or does it represent 182 crimes less? Stop telling me about the percentages. Give me numbers. But it seems that Vop Ostley is making the argument that the reason Indianapolis isn't better off is because you're not investing enough into Indianapolis. That is a certifiable argument. When I say certifiable, I mean certifiably insane. It is clear to anybody that the investment comes after, hey, this is a city that really cares about itself. This is a city that really is focused on safety. This is a city that wants to grow. This is a great place to open a business. It's not, hey, open a business and then hopefully good things come. Now, some people are certainly the pioneers. And they go in first. They're like, if 5 businesses open up, we can really turn this place around. I don't disagree with this concept. But in the main, the investment into existing business comes with safety and a focus on safety. So let me now say to Indianapolis, I think the problem here is that you're not properly focused on safety. And I want to give you an idea. I want to be proactive about focusing on safety. You, Vop Ostley, you, the City County Council, you keep talking about gun violence. Oh, the gun violence, and oh, the this violence, and oh, the that violence. I want to put an end to the gun violence in Indianapolis. First of all, you always talk about gun violence, but you never talk about knife violence or any other violence. And I think this is your way of saying we should get rid of guns. No. You want to see things get better in Indianapolis? Checkpoints on every roadway coming in to the Mile Square. If you are not carrying a firearm on your hip, you're not welcome. We're going the other way with this, Vapasili. We've tried it your way. This ridiculous mindset that you want to bring that will never bring a value. I'm going the other way with this. Everybody in the Mile Square has to be carrying a sidearm on their hip. And it's not concealed. No. It is out there for the world to see. So everybody knows this ain't a place you screw around with. You don't cause problems here. We don't do that here. We're going to change it all. We're going to change the philosophy of Indianapolis. Indianapolis, try us. Indianapolis, no. You want to go to Chicago, kid. And you watch how quickly things get better, and you watch the investment come. Because you took a proactive step. Now, you're going to say to me, Tony, that's so reckless. Tony, I can't believe you're supporting this. I support the Second Amendment, and I don't know what the problem is. Legal American citizens, adults, carrying firearms, what's the big deal? Let everybody know we ain't going to take it in Indianapolis for another second. Because if we leave it to you, Vapasili, the streets are not safe, the potholes remain, the homeless encampments remain. I'm offering up a different strategy. Because your strategy, sir, well, this isn't a strategy. This is a leftist love letter. And that won't get you a safe city. Matt Bear has traffic.
Inbound 69, a delay of 10 minutes, 116th Street, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
When it comes to retirement, it's not just what you've saved, it's what you keep that matters. Howard Bailey Financial invites you to join our free educational event featuring nationally recognized IRA expert and CPA Ed Slott, where he will focus on strategies to help reduce unnecessary taxes, avoid common mistakes, and plan smarter for the years ahead. This event is ideal for anyone in or nearing retirement who wants to make the most of what they've saved. Reserve your spot at the Forum in Fishers on Thursday, September 11th by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why there was crime scene tape around an Indianapolis apartment this morning, why some Indiana Republicans will be meeting with some people in the Trump administration today, and what IU's head football coach is saying going into Saturday's opener after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
A Federal Reserve governor removed. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News. President Trump opening a new front in the fight against America's central bank.
In a letter shared to Truth Social, President Trump says he's removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position effective immediately. He cites a criminal referral from Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records, alleging she claimed 2 different properties were her primary residences when obtaining mortgages in 2021. In the letter addressed to Cook, the president explains, in light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, I do not have such confidence in your integrity. Cook was appointed by former President Biden and has been serving a term that ends in 2038. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Now, Cook says she will not step down. In just a few hours, President Trump will be holding a cabinet meeting in Washington, D.C., as he looks to continue his crime crackdown. A new report from the Washington Post says the Defense Department is drafting plans for deployment of National Guard troops to other cities.
Next on the list could be Chicago, whose mayor is unimpressed by the Capitol crime crackdown.
The president has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to arrest 9 people in D.C.
The president was quick to correct Mayor Johnson.
9 people. We didn't arrest 9 people. We actually arrested a total of well over 1,000 people.
But President Trump plans to wait to send in the troops until Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker asks him to. Pritzker responded,
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
President Trump also has Maryland Democratic Governor Wes Moore saying, LOL, and keep telling yourself that, Mr. President, after the latest claim in a days-long back and forth about crime in Baltimore.
That's Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says crime is falling in his city. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why some Indiana Republicans are in Washington, D.C. today. Nothing on radar. 55 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 72 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A few weeks ago, members of the Indiana Republican Party were invited by the Trump administration to a meeting at the White House scheduled for today. Sherry Ellis serves as Chief of Staff for Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith.
Basically, the agenda is just to hear from some, White House officials and cabinet secretaries to learn about how we can partner with the administration on implementing President Trump's agenda throughout the state and local levels.
Ellis says that discussions about redistricting are not part of today's agenda. Early this morning, a man was injured in a shooting at an apartment in a neighborhood right around North Sherman Drive and Forest Manor Avenue. It was around 2 a.m. when a woman called the cops to say that 2 men were breaking into her home. When the officers arrived, shots had already been fired and a man was hit. He was taken to the hospital. He is recovering this morning. And police say they were called to this home about 4 days ago for a report of a drive-by shooting. The fight to cure cancer never seems to end. John Herrick reports on what Hoosier lawmakers are saying about it.
It creates the Pediatric Cancer Research and Treatment Grant Program, as well as the Breast Cancer Research Fund.
This new law ensures that we remain focused on improving health outcomes for cancer patients in our communities all throughout our state. I'm grateful for the strong bipartisan support and thrilled to have led this effort.
O'Brien and his colleagues all say this law will encourage research to continue and promote innovative treatment that can help cancer victims in both Indiana and beyond. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
We are just days away from the start of the college football season, and in Bloomington, 20th ranked Indiana takes on Old Dominion. Always a tough task for IU head football coach Curt Cignetti.
They're going to spread you out, big wide splits, force you to defend the whole field and the advanced throws and get the run game going. They've always been high in the conference in rushing.
Last year, Old Dominion lost every game but won by just one score. Saturday's kickoff at Memorial Stadium set for 2:30. A gas station on the east side of Indianapolis has been vacant for more than 2 decades, but it may soon become a new Wawa location. Here's Jake McDaniel.
But Indy is holding off on giving the project the green light. Indy City County Councilor Andy Nielsen says it's not about the brand, but about the scale of the proposed 16 gas pumps. But Regina Nelly, who lives on the east side, tells Wish TV some are hopeful the deal can still go through.
In my opinion, everything should be settled or whatever with the community and be able to offer profit of jobs within the community.
The proposal goes before a hearing examiner in September. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Fever are back at home tonight against the Seattle Storm. They'll tip it off at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 7 o'clock. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now it's inbound 69, Ryan. 11-minute delay. State Road 37, 282nd Street. Crash at Southwest side, Kentucky Avenue at Raymond involving a dump truck. Northbound 65 out of the south side. Stop and go traffic. Keystone up to the south. Split delayed 8 minutes. Eastbound 75 gets a slow from Holt to Tibbs and again from Harding into the south split. Westbound 70 slows. Emerson Avenue out to Meridian Penn. Northwest side northbound 465 slow. 86 to 865. Traffic sponsored by Thrivent. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. The most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect at Thrivent.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got temps on the cooler side this morning with readings in the 50s. Look for mostly sunny skies this afternoon. High temperatures around 73. Still running about 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. Clear and cool again tonight. Near record low temperatures. Tonight's record low 48 will get down to 50 in Indianapolis. Sunny skies on your Wednesday with highs near 74. And then we could see a few spotty showers late on Thursday as a cold front approaches. More towards later in the afternoon and evening with highs into the mid-70s.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. We appreciate you, Tara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Encampment still remains. August 11th, right? That was the plan. August 11th, this thing would be gone. This thing would be finished, and we would tear it all down in Indianapolis. But I guess that's not the case. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Ryan Hedrick with the reporting over there at WIBC.com. Talking to local realtors there. You have to take in consideration the person who might be buying this home. Are they young? Are they single? Are they older? Is this going to be something that's dangerous for them? It makes it very hard to find the right buyer for a property when this is what you have next door. Well, no kidding. I wholeheartedly agree. The city does not care. I know that sounded like my voice just cracked. It's the allergies. I mean, unless I have a cold, which I don't think I have, I think it's allergies. They don't care. Well, we can't shut down this homeless encampment. We need to have everybody housed. No, you need to shut down the homeless encampment. You might not be able to get everybody housed. I didn't say that this isn't an issue. I am saying that because it's an issue, you have to start by not engaging in encouraging practices. It has to be shut down. It's not safe. It's not secure. There are real issues at play here. And if you say to me, well, somebody's going to lose some property value, but so what? I don't accept the so what. Somebody's going to sit there and do drugs. So what? You want to do this? This is a crazy thing to do. You can't have the homeless encampment. You can't just have a city of tents. You said you were going to tear it down and you lied because the city has no follow through. And now we want to believe people like I was just talking about Bob Bosley, the president of the City County Council. He's got an idea of how to make the city better, and the answer is more investment. Invest where? Next to the homeless encampment, or next to the panhandler, or next to the drug user? Where should my investment go? It's unserious. Can you do everything? No. Can you try and help in ways? Absolutely. Do we have some of those ways? Yes. Can we do everything for everyone? Absolutely not. It can't be done. So you do the best you can. You try things and see what the effect is. You want to engage public-private partnership on dealing with homelessness? Great. You don't deal with homelessness by leaving the homeless encampment up. That's not leadership. That's nuts. And that's our Democrat-led Indianapolis. And to all the Democrats out there, oh, that Tony Katz, he's always complaining. I'm right. So what now? It doesn't work. Your city doesn't work. I want it to work. I don't even mind that if it's run by Democrats as long as it's run properly. We'll disagree about policy. We're talking about whether or not you can walk down the street or move into a neighborhood. What the hell are you arguing? That you have a leg to stand on? That you have a point of view? That you're bringing about a valued conversation? Boo-boo. We both know you're full of crap. So stop. Let's at least agree on this. Let's, at the very least, say that the homeless encampment has got to go completely. Or why would anybody invest in Indianapolis? Why do it? You don't care about the city. Why should anybody else? Tony Katz, that is me, by the way. It's good to be with y'all. It's good to be back in the chair. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car, your next truck, your next fleet vehicle. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. The Red, White, and New sales event. It's still going on. Independence from car payments. It can happen. How about 3 months? No payments for 3 months. And you can get an F-150 Super Crew or a Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 F-150 or Expedition. And if you're somebody who runs a business, if you've got a business, you've got a fleet vehicle or a series of vehicles, work trucks, work vans, Andy Moore Ford, that's the place to go. The biggest Super Duty inventory in the whole state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business. And you can save thousands on medium and heavy duty commercial trucks because Andy always gives you more. Get it? Andy Moore gives you more. It's a play on words, but it's also very, very true. An expert team, fast turnaround. They know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. Find them 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Don't let that summer job go again because you don't have the right tools. At Quality Supply and Tool, now through September 26th, or while supplies last, there's a huge DeWalt sale going on. Buy select 20-volt bare tools and get a free 5-amp-hour battery. That's a $100 value. Buy a DeWalt 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 Tough System modular workstation and get 2 2-drawer units free. That's more than a $200 value. Quality Supply and Tool has locations in Jeffersonville, Bloomington, West Lafayette, and South Harding Street in Indy. And Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box store.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Inbound 69, a 9-minute delay. State Road 37 down to 82nd Street. And Southside northbound 65, construction delay of 11 minutes from Keystone Avenue up to the South Split. And also on the South Side, eastbound 465, slow off 31 over to Emerson Avenue. Northwest side, slow on northbound 465 after 79 to 865. Crash southwest side. It's an injury crash involving a dump truck at Kentucky Avenue at Raymond Street. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Wise men say only fools.
So we have this battle over data centers. The state has sold the former GM stamping plant and college football. It's a busy week in Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. I want to start with the state here. $27 million, the former GM stamping plant site to Elanco. This is a partnership also with Purdue University and their big vision for Indianapolis. Thank goodness someone in Indianapolis has vision. $27 million, the right price here, and what is the take from Indianapolis outside of the government side?
Yeah, it's a big number, Tony, to be sure, but it's a high-profile property. The former GM stamping plant site right along White River near downtown Indianapolis, across the White River. That is the site of Elanco's new corporate campus, which will officially open, I think, October 1. Major investment by what has been a Greenfield-based company, now becomes an Indy-based company. And this $27 million land purchase by Elanco is part of the bigger picture for this innovation hub. They're calling it One Health, an innovation hub that was first talked about in 2024 by the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, as you mentioned, Purdue University, and also Elanco. So it's part of a bigger vision. Elanco's corporate campus will be the anchor of this innovation hub, if you will. but it will be a focus in concert with Purdue and other private sector players to create something that is a center for research and innovation around animal health, human health, really a driving force in those areas. So part of the, again, you mentioned vision. It's part of the bigger vision for downtown Indianapolis. And I should mention, and you and I have talked about it before, when the Elanco campus opens up, that is really the first foray, if you will, across White River to extend downtown Indianapolis. So part of the bigger picture along the White River.
But a lot of this bigger picture involves Purdue's investment and their thought processes and in many ways a recreation of the skyline. Was this purchase or the sale to Elanco, was this about Elanco's growth, or was this about Purdue's promises to expand that skyline?
I really think all of the above, Tony. When you think about it, Elanco is a leading animal health company, one of the largest in the world. So that brings a major corporate player to downtown Indianapolis. As I said, it extends, if you will, downtown Indianapolis across White River, but also part of Purdue's vision. When they announced the big split at IUPUI, creating separate IU and Purdue campuses in Indianapolis, Purdue has made a real point, any opportunity they get, of saying it's not two campuses, West Lafayette and Indianapolis, it's one campus. And they want to have a physical presence, not just on the campus at what was IUPUI, but around the city. You saw their motorsports program, one of the most unique in the country, has moved out to Delora in Speedway. They've got a presence, Purdue does, in the Bottle Works development there in the High Alpha area. So it's part of a bigger vision that Purdue wants to be visible with a physical presence around the city of Indianapolis going forward.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. Let's move it over to the City County Council of Indianapolis and these data centers, which is the talk of the town as of late. You have the Metropolitan Development Commission voting 8-1 in the story at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Secret ballot to grant the approval to Google to discuss 470 acres for a data center. You've got Republican Michael Paul Hart, who was recently removed as the leader of the Republicans, pushing against this. And you're saying there are now a dozen members of the City County Council opposed to a data center in Franklin Township. What's the latest?
Yeah, it's a big investment that Google is talking about putting into Franklin Township. But I think really, Tony, and you mentioned the Metropolitan Development Commission committee giving a green light to it, still needs full approval by the council. But I think what you're seeing here is part of a bigger picture emerging around the state of Indiana, and that's pushback against data centers. There have been any number, and I don't know what the number is, frankly, right now, of data centers that have been approved or proposed around the state of Indiana. It involves big dollar investment, not necessarily a lot of jobs per se, but increasingly communities are beginning to push back, concerned about energy use, electricity use, water usage, and how the impact that these big data centers will have on their communities. So it will be interesting to watch this. Google also has a major data center that they are in the process of putting together in Fort Wayne. I think that's a $2 billion development up there. There are data centers around the state of Indiana. Amazon, Facebook's parents, Meta is among those, putting those deals together. So it will be interesting to watch this play out as part of a bigger kind of trend, if you will, where communities are beginning to push back and not real happy about some of these data center plans.
So the unhappiness, right? There's been this conversation about energy usage, which I think is a legitimate one. Then there's the idea that these plants could come in, these data centers could come in and build their own. There was, you've had the governor of Indiana, Mike Braun, discuss nuclear. As you're hearing it, outside of it, maybe energy is on the list. What's the real opposition to data centers?
I think energy is up there. I think it's also perhaps a bit of the NIMBY, not in my backyard process taking place in some of these communities around the state of Indiana. But I think residents and increasingly some politicians certainly getting involved as well are looking at the potential impact in terms of how the development will impact their specific community, because these are big projects, take up a lot of land. I mentioned the energy usage, of course. They're big investments. And there are those who would argue that, okay, big number on the investment side, but they really don't employ that many people for the vast majority of these data centers. And there are also some who would argue that the data center model as it currently exists may not be around in 10 years or 15 years, and it's going to go a whole different direction. So a lot of things at play here, but it's something that's playing out around the state of Indiana and really in many places around the country.
Do the data centers bring a tax base?
They do. They do, and investment as well. Again, to get into the specifics of each individual project, you need to do that to kind of run the return on investment. But it's a discussion, and again, you mentioned in the reporting at IBJ and Inside Indiana Business, 12 counselors voicing some opposition. Will be interesting to see how the ultimate vote goes on this project in Franklin Township.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com. And college football, it begins. The deal, I brought this up last week, and we'll get to it quickly. Merchants Bank getting the naming rights for the field there at Memorial, right, for IU. So it's Merchants Bank Field. Yep. 20 years, $50 million, $2.5 million a year. And what I'm asking is, why did it go for so cheap? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not cheap. What's your take?
Yeah, well, great question. And again, you see the $50 million number. That's a big number. But then you look at the timeline involved, and it kind of knocks it down a bit. These kinds of corporate sponsorships obviously are not new. These naming rights have been around now for a long time. But I think they are increasingly becoming more and more important. What is IU going to use that money for? In part, it's to pay assistant coaches to up the ante there. It's in part ultimately to pay players. And in this image or this era of name, image, and likeness, and players literally getting paid, that's part of the equation. So whether or not it was the right number, I don't know. I don't know the valuation on those, how they figure those out. But it is true, I think, that these kinds of sponsorships, naming rights, corporate partnerships are more important than ever. We're going to see more of them as time goes on.
That is Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB. I appreciate you. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on, Matt?
Inbound 69, delayed 8 minutes, 116th Street, 282nd. Westbound 70, pockets are slow. From Emerson through the north split out to Meridian Penn. Then on the south side, it is northbound 65. A 13-minute delay in the construction. Keystone Avenue up to the south split, and northbound 65 slow as you come up from Southport to 465. That again is construction. Crash on the southwest side, Kentucky Avenue at Raymond. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Democrat State Representative Kyle Miller will join us to talk about redistricting.
Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months, no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET. That's 800-5HELMET, or GutterHelmetIndy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is,
Are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
He did not like Governor Westmore's tone.
93 WIBC.
He seems to enjoy living in this blissful ignorance.
Stay in the know
Stop talking and get to work.
while you're on the go.
Then I'll see you on the streets.
Troops in Washington, D.C. are now carrying guns.
Another update.
Lucas Oil founder Forrest Lucas has died.
It's just minutes away.
Lucas was 83.
Hear the news.
19 people are dead after an Israeli strike hit a southern Gaza main hospital.
On air.
We watched bone-dry trees and bushes
online
going up in flames in a matter of seconds.
And on Alexa.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Kendall and Casey.
The ultimate job of why we send people to Congress is not to be a teammate or an opposition to the president. It's to be a check and balance. If there's areas you agree, great, you vote together. If there's areas you don't agree, you push back. And all we see now in terms of our Congress is just, hey, if it's Democrat, it's blanket opposition. And if you're Republican, it's blatant errand boy behavior.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Some political leaders are talking about a government shutdown. Nothing on radar. 58 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 72 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
I would assume it's going to be another continuing resolution, which no one likes, military particularly, because those who are in the middle of leases and firms that are supplying not just the military.
South Carolina Congressman Ralph Norman talking to Fox Business a couple of minutes ago about when Congress returns from its August recess, they might be trying to shut down the government.
You know, we got the Farm Bill, we've got DOD, Department of Defense, so I would assume it's going to be another CR.
A continuing resolution refers to a short-term funding bill which gives lawmakers more time to negotiate. On the topic of the Department of Defense, the president says that he wants to rename that department.
We're just going to do it. I'm sure Congress will go along if we need that. I don't think we even need that, but if we need that, I'm sure Congress will go along. You know, that was the name when we won World War I, we won World War II, we won everything.
That's President Trump speaking in the Oval Office on Monday. A federal judge is halting Kilmar Obrego Garcia's deportation to Uganda for now. Obrego Garcia's lawyers filed a challenge of Trump administration's efforts to deport him for a second time after he was detained by ICE in Baltimore Monday. The judge's order prevents Obrego Garcia from being deported before August 28th, with her adding that she's inclined to extend that until there's a ruling in the actual case. The fight to cure cancer never seems to end. John Herrick reports on what one Hoosier lawmaker is saying about it.
It creates the Pediatric Cancer Research and Treatment Grant Program, as well as the Breast Cancer Research Fund.
This new law ensures that we remain focused on improving health outcomes for cancer patients in our communities all throughout our state. I'm grateful for the strong bipartisan support and thrilled to have led this effort.
O'Brien and his colleagues all say this law will encourage research to continue and promote innovative treatment that can help cancer victims in both Indiana and beyond. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Several Indiana Republicans will meet with cabinet members of the Trump administration at the White House this afternoon, and they say that redistricting will not be a part of those discussions. Earlier this morning, a man was injured in a shooting at an apartment building not far from North Sherman Drive and Forest Manor Avenue. About 2 a.m., a woman called police to say that two men had broken into her home, but by the time the police arrived, shots had already been fired. A man was hit. He was taken to the hospital. He is expected to recover, and police are still looking into this. Gas prices across the Hoosier State about $3.19 a gallon this morning, says Gas Buddy. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever host the Seattle Storm tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. As the regular season comes to a close, 7 games left in the season. Indiana is one of several teams competing for the final WNBA playoff spot. Tip-off at 7 o'clock tonight. College football kicks off Saturday in Bloomington as number 20 IU plays Old Dominion.
Well, I like where we're at coming out of camp in terms of how we practice, how we compete.
IU head coach Kurt Signetti spoke Monday ahead of Saturday's 2:30 kickoff. Purdue faces Ball State in West Lafayette Saturday under new head coach Barry Odom.
I'm excited to run out of Tiller Tunnel, and I'm excited to see the fans, and because I know there's great passion, there's great energy, and tremendous support here.
With 46 new players, Purdue kicks off the season at noon Saturday. And Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh hit his 50th home run Monday, setting the Major League Baseball record for home runs by a catcher and joining Mickey Mantle as the only switch hitters to reach 50 in a season. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside, here it is. Crash eastbound 465 after 31 it has. The right lane blocked right now. We are still sorting this out as it just happened, but it looks like it involves a semi, and this is a work zone, even though the I-69 interstate is done. So eastbound 465 between 31 and 65, a crash blocking the right lane and slow back to US 31. Now northbound 65, south side delayed 9 minutes from Keystone Avenue on to the south split. They had inbound 69 jams from State Road 37 to 116th Street. Everything after that as you make your way to 465, slow parts, but we are moving. Crash southwest side involves a dump truck, Kentucky Avenue at Raymond. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
We've got ourselves 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What are you doing, everybody? Good to be with you. Good to be back. Dow futures down 47. NASDAQ futures down 28. You have got oil prices, again, even when they tick up a little, they come back down. $63.69 on that West Texas crude. $67.75 on the Brent crude. We're playing in the same spot. Same thing is true at the 10-year Treasury. 4.285. No movement at all. Trump firing Lisa Cook, Federal Reserve Board governor. The argument is she made false statements on mortgage agreements. She has said she's not leaving and the president doesn't have any authority to fire me. So what are we doing here? Let the fight begin. Her argument is she doesn't have the authority to fire me. We are an independent agency. If you're saying that she made false statements on applications for home mortgages, which I guess is the thing people do now, I show me where it is. The same thing is true with Letitia James. The same thing is true with Adam Schiff, the senator from California, who made the claim that his legal residence is Maryland. If so, how can he be the senator from California? And I believe that all of these cases should be investigated and where there is improper action, prosecuted. If Adam Schiff, the senator from California, said that he was a Maryland resident to get better rates of any kind, if he ever claimed to be a Maryland resident, he should be thrown out of the Senate immediately. I don't care what he wants. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he sues. Gone. If Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, who went after Trump for allegedly inflating values to get better loan rates, to which the banks were happy to give him the loans, and he paid back all the loans. If Letitia James claimed that she was a resident of Virginia and claimed that her father was her husband in order to get a better rate, she needs to lose her job immediately and she needs to go to jail. She needs to go to jail. Defrauding a bank like that? We allow this? Same thing is true here of Lisa Cook. Now, people are going to make notice that, oh, you're going after a black woman, the first black woman to serve as Fed governor. Did she or did she not engage false statements on a mortgage application? If so, I don't care if she's black, and neither do you. And if you do, okay, bigot. If you care that she's black and therefore she can't be removed, if she indeed engaged false statements on a mortgage application, that's bigotry. You can't. Being black is more important. No, it's not. Being white is not more important. Asian, Hispanic, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. No, it's not. We either have the rule of man or we have the rule of law. Pick one. If you want the rule of man, okay, but you suck. And no, we have the rule of law, and it will be applied and it will be followed. Just that simple. Germany is learning a valuable lesson. And you're like, Tony, that was one heck of a switch. This is from the Telegraph. Welfare state is not sustainable, says German chancellor. Is that right? Is that right, Friedrich Merz? The welfare state is not sustainable. Hey, Jesse Brown, socialist from Indianapolis. The welfare state is not sustainable. So take your socialism and wherever it goes, boo-boo. Oh, God, you're awful and ignorant. There's no reason to be nice or kind. Your politics are horrific. Maybe you're a nice guy in person. I have no idea. But your politics are so absolutely horrifically awful. They should be mocked and demonized because they are worthy of mocking, and they should be demonized because they're just ugly and just lead to no value in life whatsoever. Capitalism is good, and your socialism stinks to high heaven. The welfare state is no longer financially sustainable. Socialism is fine, but eventually, as Margaret Thatcher said, you run out of other people's money. And Margaret Thatcher was a better leader than any of your socialist gods, you weirdo freak. And same thing to the rest of the socialists. Good Lord, let's be done with you. Your politics are the worst. They should be thrown out. The story I have over at TonyKatz.com, you'll be able to catch that a little bit later. I'll dig into this on Tony Katz Today at noon. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Zillow says Indianapolis is number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried that you need costly repairs or upgrades to sell your home. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Luke and Emma in Franklin said, we began building our dream home and we needed to sell our old place at a great price to pay for it. The Mark Dietel team made it easy with multiple offers in the first weekend and closed in 25 days at the price we wanted. You want to talk to the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Good guy. Enjoy the conversation. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Billy Idol and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts Saturday, August 30th at Ruoff Music Center.
Hey, it's Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth, I've been talking about my friends at Trajan for a while now, and I'm a client. It's been fantastic. I'm thrilled, and I have peace of mind in my retirement investing. Check this out. I'm excited to share that Trajan is hosting a one-night-only movie premiere at Flicks Brewhouse in Carmel, 6 p.m., September 25th. Retirement on the Brink is their new eye-opening documentary everyone nearing retirement needs to hear. Call Reserve Your Seat to 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. The clock is ticking. Retirement on the Brink reveals the risks that could derail your future, retirement future. It's a must-see movie event from my friends at Trajan Wealth. It's September 25th. VIP seats available now at retirementonthebrink.com. Retirementonthebrink.com. Call today and learn more. 317-480-4040. That's 317-480-4040. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement, DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
If you're experiencing a hardship and need to quickly sell your home, we may be able to help. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Simple Quarters has helped me by allowing me to sell my house. It's given me the financial stability to be able to move and go on with that next chapter. Simple Quarters was the best option for me because there was no BS involved. It was simply straightforward, to the point, honesty. And that is what made me go with Simple Quarters. There was nothing that I didn't expect. They didn't have hidden fees. They didn't ask me to go get an appraisal. They didn't ask me to have a surveyor come out. This has probably been one of the easiest experiences in my life. And if I ever have to do it again, I would call Simple Quarters again. Simple Quarters absolutely kept their word through the whole process.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, we're watching this crash on the south side, eastbound 465 between 31 and I-65. It looks pretty bad. It does look like it involves a semi, and two right lanes were blocked. That seems to be the case as we have traffic stopped from this crash site for about 2 miles back to Bluff Road, and a delay right now coming in at 14 minutes. Southbound 6570 slow downtown, north split down to Fletcher. On the northeast side, westbound 465 slow before 69 over to Allisonville Road. And in Fishers, we have stopped traffic not moving. Southbound 69 after 126th Street down to 116th. This is also backed up southbound 37 to 126. Keeping an eye on that. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
53 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Hey, this is Travis from Life Church. Do you have questions about God, faith, or church? What if there's a place you could ask them without embarrassment, judgment, or shame? That's the Alpha Course. Bring your questions and we'll even feed you dinner. We'll talk about who Jesus is, what he did on the cross, and what that means for you without the commitment of joining a church. The Alpha Course begins on Monday nights at 6:30 at Life Church Noblesville. Go to lifechurchin.com for more information and to register.
That this is the 80s. All right, I think I know what this is. Okay, first of all, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. I'm saying right now I know what it is. I'm taking my shot, but I need to check just in case, and I will phone a friend, Matt Bear. What is this television theme song?
That's Walker, Texas Ranger, Tony.
Nice. Love it. I'm taking my shot. I'm not even looking at your chat room. By the way, you know we live stream to YouTube, and you can be a part of the chat room there. Great people over there. Say hello to Claudia and Eloise and Libertarian Dragon and Drew and a lot of good people in there. And of course, you can find it streaming on Twitter X. Is this the theme from Parker Lewis Can't Lose? I went 80s.
You took your shot and missed.
It's Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's that. What? The chat room doesn't even have anything for me.
This was obscure, but Hammer and Nigel talked about it the other day.
Well, I don't listen to Hammer and Nigel. I'm busy doing things.
Did you know that Ferris Bueller was also a TV show?
See, I went with Parker Lewis because that was the takeoff, the clear, stealing from Ferris Bueller.
Oh.
Was it a show?
Yeah, 1 year.
So this was the Ferris Bueller theme song?
Yes, I had to do a lot of editing because they say Ferris Bueller in it a lot.
All right, so do you have the original one?
Oh, I'd have to pull it up.
Oh, you'd have to actually do work, would you, Producer Carl?
People can look on our website and see it.
By the way, Producer Carl was there Saturday. You may have met him at the event from Hollywood to the Heartland. He was there. He was looking fantastic. And some people met you, and they're like, dude, that guy is super happy. I'm like, that guy is always happy.
I was running to get the bourbon. That's why.
Right. There was no shyness right there in Producer Carl.
So hear this. Jennifer Aniston was in this Ferris Bueller TV show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she was at the event Saturday night.
We wish.
Right? She didn't respond to the invite. I was like,
no.
Jen, that is rude. That is rude. I've always been a Rachel, but I can be a Monica like that. I can be a Monica. Settle down. First of all, we play this game. What the heck was that television theme song? Every single day around this time. Sponsorship's now available. I would get on that if I were you. Secondly, to everybody who appeared on Saturday night from Hollywood to the Heartland with myself and Nick Searcy, can't thank you enough. Cannot thank you enough. It was tremendous. West Fork Whiskey, an incredible host. We're going back. We're going back. I mean, they can text me to say if they're not going to have us, but we're going back. It was such a good room, such a great event, and to our people, Big Hoffa's Barbecue. The food was fantastic. Circle City Sweets, the desserts exceptional as always from Cindy at Circle City Sweets. It was what else did we have? We had that we had West Fork Whiskey with the bourbon, a blend bar cigar. The Arturo Fuentes afterwards, people were shocked and stunned that was the cigar of choice. They were like, are you kidding? Had the Hemingways, and it was just too cool for school. So good. And then to our sponsors, to Defiance Beef, DefianceBeef.com. You can use Eat, Drink, Smoke as your promo code and get $150 off. DefianceBeef.com. Order your cow. I've done it. It will be here at the end of September. Oh, yeah. Butchered to my specifications. Fantastic. Just Add Water Boats. Guys, next time you bring the boats. You bring the boats. JustAddWaterBoats.com. By the way, they have got a very cool patio over there. We should do some kind of monthly cigar hang over there. Like for the next September, October, November. We should figure this out, right? Head on over and do the thing. I don't know. Maybe have Hammer and Nigel do some stuff from there. But I'm just saying, we'll spend the afternoon and we'll have a cigar. They've got like a patio overlooking their whole water thing and talk boats. It'd be very cool. That should happen. So JustAddWaterBoats.com. Boer Remodeling, they were giving out rocks glasses, like full-on rocks glasses. They were great. And shot glasses, it was tremendous. And yes, these are your people for your home renovations, your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. Boer, Booher, BoerRemodeling.com. And Premier Arms, who I adore, Bryce and Joe Lee. Brendan was there, that whole team. They've been great to me, great to the audience here. And they had the full jewelry set up and showing things off. They were stupendous. Absolutely stupendous. It was a fantastic, fantastic time there Saturday at West Fork Whiskey. And thanks to West Fork Whiskey again. Such great hosts, WIBC, and everything they did. We're going to do it again. The question is when. The question is how. I love the events. I love it. There's a real thing about pricing and how I price these things. And because I'm very, very aware that this economy is not where some people pretend it is. It ain't great. But we're now to the point where we're doing full dinners and desserts and drinks and cigars and a show. And it's like, yeah, this stuff has a cost. So I gotta figure out how I'm going to handle some of these things to always make sure that I'm keeping you in mind and finding that sweet spot. So I can't thank you enough for coming. I really do. Some people have now been to all three events. And I owe you guys something. I'm going to figure that one out, too. Appreciate you. I'll catch you at noon for Tony Katz today. Kendall and Casey are up next, and Matt Bear has traffic.
South side, Tony eastbound 465 between 31 and 65.